Welcome back to the Pioneers Sideline. I'm your host, Aaron Cooney. Thanks again to Scott Brown for joining us here on the Pioneers Sideline. A lot of good Steeler talk. We'll talk a little bit more about the draft in just a little bit here. We're going to jump into some baseball here. Chris Hoffman's joining us here live in the studio, and the Pioneer team on their way to the unaffiliated group contest or group tournament. But they had a couple games just last week, so let's take a look at their road beforehand. They had 2 games against Notre Dame. They went up and visited Notre Dame College, got 2 wins there, 5-1, 6-4. Also, Glenn State at home for senior night. They had an 8-1 win and an 18-7 win. Good day for the seniors, Peluso, Tulio, Bodner, Sowers, and Duca there. So, Chris, you know, we've seen what the Pioneers can do all season long. They had the 4 wins here. Now we're looking at the tournament here. They got to go through a 6-team double elimination tournament. From there on out, that's where we'll see where the Pioneers go. Are they going? Can they get through this group contest with the 3 conferences and make it to the NAIA tournament?
I think they can, Aaron, because right now the Pioneers are playing off the charts. They're really playing great baseball. They got great pitching, great hitting. It's an all-together team right now. We saw at the beginning of the season, pitching was carrying this team. Batting was lackluster, but now it's really come together. A full team effort can really get this team through this tournament.
Now, where do you see the keys? I mean, they've had to deal with injuries. They've had some pitching, and you know, you got to look at that rotation there for the Pioneers. Who do you want starting here in that tournament, and how do you think this lineup can fare up against some of these other teams and when you get into a lot better competition after, you know, taking on, I don't want to say scrubs, but some lesser competition in what they've faced so far?
With pitching, I expect Peluso and Sean Clark to really be the stars for this team. Peluso has been the ace of this team all season. Sean Clark has been the unofficial number 2 because Ryan Lautzenheiser has really kind of almost dropped the ball this season, not up to the standards he set last year and his season before that. From the batting side, they really just need to play the small ball they have the last couple games. They've really done well with runners on base, advancing on stolen bases, playing small ball has really helped this team considering Javier Martí-Carena's just starting to come back and will be playing in a pinch-hitting role.
So let's take a look at the tournament there with the 6 teams going down to Kingston, North Carolina for the unaffiliated group contest. And Point Park, their first game is going to be against Asbury as the Pioneers have drew the first overall seed at 44-7. And it fills out from there, double elimination. This will go through the 1st through the 4th. So all this week, while we're taking finals, they're playing baseball, Chris. How do you see this one playing out?
I see the Pioneers doing really well against Asbury and the rest of the teams in that tournament. You saw there the next closest team had only 28 wins. The Pioneers had 44 on this season. Out of the 6 times they've had 40-win seasons, 4 times they've gone to the World Series. This team is pumped on winning a national title this year, and this is just a stepping stone in their way of getting there.
That'll do it for us here. We'll see how they fare. Stay tuned to the Athletics website. They'll have everything there for you, as this is our final show, so you won't hear from us. But the Athletics website, everything you need to know about Pioneer baseball here as they make a run to the NAIA World Series. So we'll step away, another commercial break. When we come back, we're going to go to the little more NFL draft talk here on the Courthouse Tavern Case of the Week. Kevin Calhoun, Chris Hoffman, and Matt Desmond standing by. We'll be right back.